Hey everyone, my name is Ashlie Jow, and in this video I'm going to show you 5 different things that you should know when it comes to filming dance and how to improve as a filmmaker along the way. Now, all dance is different, and in this video I will be specifically pertaining to what is known as a concept video, but these tips should apply in any case. So I'm just going to dive right into number 1, and that is just as important as the production process itself, and that is pre-production or planning. One of the biggest components is communicating with your client. One of the things I like to do before shooting a dance video is finding the time to meet with my client or the choreographer to see what ideas they have and what vision they want to come to life. Are you shooting just one person, or are you shooting a group of people? That is something that you need to know ahead so you can also plan for yourself. If you have the chance, it'd be very beneficial if you can attend a rehearsal or, just ask for a simple video of what the choreography looks like. That way you can use that footage that you have to kind of prep how you want to move with the camera, or how you just want to go about making that choreography come to life. Having that connection with your client is the best way to set the tone for the video, and it also just comes down to saving you a lot of time on the day of the shoot. At the end of the day, the video comes down to your client, meaning that the communication that you have with them is a vital aspect in determining and executing their vision alongside your creativity. Number 2, music is a driving factor of the movement, and understanding that is important. One of the best things about having a video of the rehearsal, for example, allows you to go back and rewatch that footage so you can better understand the mood, the movement, and the tone of the whole piece. Pay close attention to the tempo of the music. Be cognizant of the beats. This is something that determines your camera movement in different ways, and I'll talk about that in just one second. Does the music speed up or slow down at some point? How can you use the music to your advantage? Let's talk about gear. Here is what I use when I shoot a concept video. A camera with a wide lens to ensure I have everything I need in my shot. Autofocus is your friend. Since you'll be moving around, you don't want to keep manually focusing your shot. Now, unless you are very good at manually focusing while moving around, keeping the same distance between you and your subject, that you can use that to your advantage creatively in how you want things to be focused. But as of right now, if you are a beginner, autofocus is your friend. The second thing that I use is a stabilizer. I have 2 kinds. The first one that I have is the Zion Crane, which is a 3-axis gimbal that allows you to have dynamic range of movement, and I also have the DJI Ronin M. Now, if you're on a budget, I recommend going for the cheaper option, aka the Zion Crane, or something even cheaper like a glide cam or a steady cam, something like that that'll keep your footage steady. A stabilizer is extremely helpful when it comes to filming choreography or any type of movement because you want to focus on the choreography itself. Music videos are oftentimes handheld because they have a different vibe to them, and they also drive the music. But when it comes to dance, if something is shaky, it's really hard to focus on what's going on. Now, unless you're going for a more extreme or disturbing effect, I advise that your movements are slow and steady so they aren't jarring or take away from the performance. If you don't own a stabilizer, don't fret, because there are different techniques that you can still utilize to make your footage look steady, and that's something I can talk about in a different video. Now let's talk about angles, coverage, and movement. Now go back to step 1 and ask yourself, what do I want to convey in this video? What does my client want to convey? Angles carry moods within themselves. Do you need a full body shot, or can you close in on the dancer? Do you want to see their facial expressions? There's a bunch of different questions that you need to ask when it comes to figuring out what angles you want to do. And as a filmmaker, you should constantly be looking for ways to add value to the choreography and make it powerful. So knowing the basics, such as differences between what a low angle can convey versus a high angle, is very important when it comes to figuring out how you want to tell the story or how you want to present the choreography. When it comes to coverage, the more the merrier. It'll help you a lot in post-production if you have multiple takes, should you need to cut a bunch of stuff together. Now, the cinematography plays just as important of a role as the choreography when it comes to filming a video of this sort. Very rarely do we see static shots of dances. Why? Because static shots are, boring. When it comes to dance, the camera movement should, in a way, imitate what's going on. And as a general rule, if the dancer is standing still, you want to be moving. Even if we have a straight shot, you want to be slowly panning and tracking the movement in some sort of way. And you can also play with different levels and camera angles. I find that when the movement is more contained and intricate, I move in closer to the dancer to see what is happening and if there's any emotion involved with that. But if there's something big and powerful, you want to back up so you can kind of grasp the intensity of that movement. But once again, you kind of have to go back to step 1 and figure out what the feel and what the vibe is for the video so that you can kind of translate that into your camera movement. Now my last tip is to be flexible. Ask yourself, what do I like about this? What don't I like about it? Filmmaking in general isn't going to turn out perfectly as you envisioned. And because of that, you need to be open to new ideas and ways that your video can turn out. Imperfections are things that happen in the moment, but they can make your video that much better or interesting. It's that flexibility that you have in the moment or throughout the entire process that propels a video farther than what you think it can be. So those were 5 things that I thought you should know when it comes to filming dance, and I gave you a couple of tips as general filmmaking along the way. Now I haven't seen a lot of tutorials or videos on how to specifically film dance on YouTube, so I thought that I would give my input when it comes to it and some of the tips and tricks that I have from my experience, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Now there's a lot more stuff that I can talk about in a future video, so if you want to keep watching, be sure to subscribe and stay up to date with my videos. Make sure you like this video, give me some feedback, let me know what you think, and yeah, I really hope to make more content like this, more tutorials, and a bunch of things to come. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.